it's your Uncle Heavy. Today I'm on location in New Orleans, Louisiana. Yep, still here in the Big Easy, but this is called the Garden District. Today Michelle and I are going to go off and take a walking tour, check out some of the houses, see what's all about this neighborhood. So, already got our tickets. Let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. Do come along. They have a trolley system here. That's kind of neat. We tried to get a ride on it, but it doesn't go all the way up to the part of town that we're staying right now, but still kind of a cool little ride. Meeting at this very cool and quaint little cafe here, and waiting for our tour guide to show up. Starting our journey today on St. Charles and 6th, there's this beautiful church. It's the Christ Church Cathedral in the background. I just noticed too, on the very top of the cathedral, they have gargoyle heads, which is very, very cool. They're typically there to dispel water. I'm not sure if these are functioning gargoyles, but it's a cool little architectural feature. Just check out how tall these cemetery walls actually are. This is Lafayette Cemetery number 1. It's pretty famous because most of the Hollywood filming is done in this cemetery right here.
It really truthfully started
Very, very cool. The cemeteries here are actually run by the city, so they're all locked out. We can't go in this one, but we got a pretty good shot from the gate. This here is actually referred to as a cottage. Beautiful. Lots of tours going on around here too. These beautiful wrought iron fences they've got here. Just that gorgeous architecture. Found out this house here used to belong to Anne Rice, the author. If you've ever read or seen Interview with the Vampire, that's her work, and it was eventually purchased by Nicolas Cage, but was lost due to tax sale issues. And I just learned that is actually called a gallery. I've been calling it a balcony. It's called a gallery because the top and bottom are enclosed and there's support structures. If you see, the further we go into this district, the columns are getting larger and we're seeing lots more ironwork. This was a sign of wealth. At the time, more iron meant more money. More elaborate designs that were more expensive showed off how much money you had. Now, if you look at this house, this is a perfect example of how the people that were settling this area in the time wanted to move away from the designs of the French Quarter, which is predominantly Spanish, believe it or not. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what this is all about. Now, this building here is actually a school right now, or part of a school, but you can see as we're evolving here, the houses are getting a little bit higher, and the reason they did that was for better cooling of the house, as well as potential for flooding. So the main quarters are up higher here, where this would have normally been vacant. This house is actually the oldest house in the district. It was built in 1839. And you can see a difference in the architecture, like the columns are squared, more simplistic. There's a lot less iron here, and we even have a wooden picket fence. So this just kind of shows you the evolution as compared to this one across the street, which is a bit more modern. You can see a little modernization here. It's got a mechanical gate that goes in the back, and those are the former carriage houses of the property back there. Our guy just said they're typically converted into apartments. So nothing historically significant about this one, just I think it's cool, like looking at that door and this gate to go into the front yard. And the house is set back. Kind of cool. I just love these gates. I have something, there's just something about wrought iron in front of a house that just, I don't know. I just love it. There's a kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. Come here. Come here, kitty cat. Hello. Look at a neighborhood kitty. You want another one? Come on. Hello. There's a nice little kitty. There's a nice little kitty. He's a handsome boy. He's a handsome boy. Aww. Aww. There's my butt kitty. Bye, kitty cat. I do love this house here too. It's kind of nifty how it's built into a corner like that, and it's got a cool cat came out to say hello. Another thing I love is the sidewalks seem to be like all hand-laid brick. They look really cool, but they're a bit rough on the feet. Now this might look familiar to some. If not, it was actually used in American Horror Story. They filmed it here, the Coven, and draws a lot of visitors as a result here. But this is it. So here's the side view of the house. You can see. Very, very cool. I don't very often get to do filming locations, so it's cool when you catch one by total surprise. Well, it's kind of nice the back gate is open so we can look at the back of the property here too. Very cool. I mean, just from an architectural perspective, this is a beautiful house. Look at this, 3 different stories and all those galleries up there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I do love these festive New Orleans flags and the colors that are up everywhere. Just very pretty colors. This one's very, very festive, and even the poo is festive here in New Orleans. Festive poo, everyone. This particular house is supposed to have been the inspiration behind the design of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And I can see it in the similarities of the ironwork and the shutters. So, I don't know, you decide. Put it in the comments down below, what do you think? And there's another very friendly kitty here. Goodbye, kitty. Goodbye, kitty cat. Here's a shot of it from across the road, and I totally see it now. I actually do see it. It's very, very, very similar in design. So this particular house is kind of interesting. It's a celebrity house. It used to belong to Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails, and now it is currently owned by John Goodman. So, yeah. Another celebrity house. It's always good to see. Apparently this is the house that was in The Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons. It's filmed here. Hope I got that title right. This is actually another celebrity house. It belongs to Sandra Bullock. She doesn't currently occupy it, but she does own it. She used to live here a couple years ago, but hasn't been back in a while. But this is her house. It's actually kind of nice. Actually, it's very nice. What am I talking about?
Reenact scenes, trying to find out who's not even there, things like that. These are still active subjects. He's still buried here. People still have the mystery deceased here. There was a lot of push about how much more foot traffic was coming through. They closed in 2019 for restoration and renovations. Obviously, the pandemic happened in the middle.
So here's another view of Lafayette Cemetery number 1 from the front main gates, and you could see more and more examples of these above ground crypts. They're very, very, very cool. How they actually work, they're above ground because the water table is so high that they can't actually bury them in the ground because the water rising they'll bring the remains up out of the ground. So as they explained, they're kind of buried in layers, one on top of each other, and then sealed in these crypts. It's actually, I mean, it's kind of morbid, but it's fascinating at the same time, and it's unusual because I've never really seen so many above ground crypts like this. So here's a shot of the actual gates right here. They're beautiful wrought iron, absolutely gorgeous. Love it. A little bit of a sun sparkle effect there, but these are the gates. Interesting little bit. I'm getting video bombed by a crow. Interesting little bit. If you look at the thickness of what appeared to be a wall, these are actual crypts that they would basically store bodies in until they could reopen another crypt to store them permanently. Morbid and cool. Well, that's going to do it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I really enjoyed making it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below, share this video, and tell your friends. If you're new to my channel, check out some of my other videos. If you like them, please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified of any future vlogs I put up. Till next time, signing off from New Orleans, Louisiana. Bye-bye.
Camcorder. Mine. No way.
I'm such a nerd.